And we are live. Hello and welcome to D&D 5e Tales of the Keeper's Coast. I heard myself a little bit there. Um, but yes, in association with Auroraverse and Sensei Suplex, welcome to the Keeper's Coast, a land of piracy, adventure, and all kinds of crazy shit. And dragons. Lots and lots of dragons. Uh, but besides the dragons, we also have some wonderful adventurers joining us tonight. How about we do a brief introduction of our players? And you can give a brief introduction of your characters. But we can do more once we begin game. But let's start off with our new wonderful player, Storm. Introduce yourself for us.
Hey there guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and Storm is kind of a tech name for my character. I think I'll go more into his character later when he's introduced, since of course he's new. So yeah.
All right, cool. Iris, introduce yourself next.
Hello, I am that one necromancer, also playing Iris. She is our resident Drake Warden Ranger, and we're looking forward to some jungle adventures today.
All right, very nice. Next up, Macaron.
Hi, I'm Mystery Maple. I'm playing Macaron. She / Miyama. She is a variant human, wild magic barbarian.
All right, next up, Maximus.
Hello, I'm Keaton, otherwise playing Maximus Helios, the destiny-guided cleric / sorcerer who's all about healing his allies and keeping them on their destined path.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Oz.
Hey everybody, I'm Blue. I use he, they pronouns, and today I will be playing Osmanthus, the half-orc Oath of the Ancients paladin. Just trying to keep everyone alive out there.
And doing a pretty good job so far, for the most part.
Except for all the other ones that...
Yeah, he only lost a whole ship full of people. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. You'll be
it's
fine.
It's okay.
Random people come and go, but friendship lasts forever.
Particularly when your friends are the ones that detach the ship.
It's a little unfortunate. All right then. I think with that we can begin where we last left off. Just do a quick edit of something. Putting some things together, so give me a quick moment. Yeah, that'll do. Hopefully, every episode of the stream's just gonna get a little better each time until eventually it's perfect.
And that'll be the last
Always how
session.
it goes.
Exactly, that'll be the finale. Alright then. I think with that, we will do a quick recap of what happened last session. Where we last left off, our heroes were attacked by what seemed to be a bunch of cultists, seemingly quoting a worship of a deity or an entity known as Mogus. One of these cultists managed to sum up a lightning bolt that split the airship almost completely down the middle, and seemed to attack and destroy whatever it was that was keeping this thing afloat as it began to sink more and more towards the ground. Our players managed to fight off these cultists. However, notice that these cultists were very fanatical and strange, to the point where at the end of the battle they were seemingly trying to kill themselves. However, the players managed to get out of here right before the last cultist managed to end his own life and cause the entire ship to begin just straight falling out of the sky at a higher speed. But they did make it to some essentially life vessels that allowed them to glide down towards the ground safely, as well as a few other of the life vessels managed to break away from the ship just in time. However, a lot of people still died during this tragedy. Imagine very much a Titanic scenario. No one ever thought anything like this would ever happen. And they were severely underprepared. And yes. I think it is with that we will catch up in a flashback. Specifically to that of Maximus's perspective.
Indeed.
So, Maximus, you, where we last left you off, you had just been noticed by what looked to be a group of tiefling thieves that seemed to have noticed that you're spying on them. To which point you see that they're beginning to make their way in your direction. What would you do?
Just for clarity's sake, at this point I was not near the other group of cultists, correct? Like I was kind of in a separate part of the ship?
You're in a separate part of the ship.
Alright. As I notice them notice me, I will quickly turn on my heels and make my way down the hallway or wherever I am to the closest area I know that there is a large group of people.
Alright. As you do that, you feel a sudden thud rock the entire ship as you find yourself almost knocked off your feet by it. As you can see, the thieves behind you, the tieflings have begun making their way in your direction at a fast pace, seemingly matching or perhaps trying to overtake yours. But even they seem kind of confused when the thud kind of knocks a few of them off their feet as well. You see one of them look around going, "What the hell was that?"
At this point, do I feel like the ship is compromised at all, or do I just think that there's something might have hit the ship?
Why don't you make me a general perception check?
Sure.
Help gauge your awareness of the situation.
11.
Alright. Whatever it was heavy and powerful. Something definitely hit the ship. And as you're kind of beginning to like steady yourself, you begin to feel lighter. It takes you a few seconds, but eventually you put it together. The ship's going down.
Oh dear. I think I need to find my friends. I will begin hurriedly making my way towards whatever exit I can find towards the upper deck.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I'm within 30 feet, I will use Misty Step just to close the distance and lose my pursuers, hopefully, to get basically outside of the inner breaches of the ship to see what's going on the outside.
Alright. Make me an athletics roll.
Oh, that's what I'm good at, guys.
You do have the Misty Step, so that is a bit of a bonus to your the distance you can cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rolled okay, so 11 again. Completely average.
But yeah, you managed to make your way in, but at this point, you kind of find yourself at a staircase where you can see there's a bunch of people that are trying to desperately push their way out. Some of them pushing past each other and knocking each other down. It seems to be a free-for-all at this point.
Oh my god. This is not going to get anyone anywhere. I will... How large is this group in front of me? Can I see? Can I get a range of like how many people are here and how much space they're taking up?
It looks to be there's maybe 10 people on what is not a very big staircase. Like it's maybe made for 2 to 3 people walking side by side, and there's like 5 people that are trying to push past each other.
Okay. As soon as I see that, as soon as I come up to this stairway and I see that they're causing a basically blockage for all these other people, I am going to attempt to cast Calm Emotions at the forefront of these people at 3rd level. I don't think it doesn't do anything extra at 3rd level. It's just I'm using a spell slot at 3rd level.
Thematically, I'd say it would. Like, it's mechanically
Sure.
it doesn't do much, but thematically it is a much more powerful spell.
Yeah.
As you call forth your ability to calm people's emotions, people do start to stop fighting with each other from just a panicked response. And you can see people are beginning to actually calmly make their way up the steps in a much faster rhythm than they would have before, as people are now going in a, not quite a single file, but like 2 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's
As soon as
definitely a lot quicker.
And I see the people are coming down, and I help where I can, but I'm still trying to make my way out myself. It's okay, everybody. Keep calm. In times like this, we just need to keep our heads together, and we will pull through. Assuming he eventually gets onto the upper decks.
Yeah.
What do I see at this point?
As you do make yourself, you have to go down a few flights of stairs, but eventually you do make your way at the top. As you look around, you can see that people have already began boarding what are basically the life vessels, and you do manage to see what look to be your friends / allies from before that have are beginning to board onto one of the vessels.
All right. I see my friends. Do I see that they're with our charge?
Yes, they're with the senator.
Awesome. Well, then, in my best attempt, I will try to make my way over to them. And how far away are they?
They're about 30 feet, roundabouts.
Okay. Yeah, I will attempt to make my way over to them because I see that they are making their way to an exit craft. I'm assuming I'm not successful though in this endeavor.
No, you do manage to make it over to them. You manage to get your way
sweet.
onto the craft. Though there's also a bunch of other people, so they don't seem to see you immediately. Before you see Oz that's kind of trying to grab people and pull them onto the vessel to get as many people off. As you see Macaron, though, like there's a different. I wouldn't necessarily say aura, but there's a different expression about her. Something is different. You can tell that immediately. But you see that they take their hammer and break away at the chains that are holding the vessel on, and you feel the whole thing kind of jostle as it breaks away from the main ship, seemingly just in time as you see a red energy erupt from somewhere in the center of the large vessel, and then you just watch it begin to drop like a rock.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody hold on! And he kind of tries to shout over the din of the rushing air and just like I'm assuming all the other people screaming as everything is falling.
Yeah.
Reaching out with some of the tendrils of his own cloak, he kind of like presents basically what could be essentially ropes to anybody who wants to tie themselves to the small escape craft that we have, and kind of doing the opposite of Oz, where he was shoveling people onto the aircraft. I'm trying to make sure that everybody on the current aircraft is settled and calm and not causing it to be more hectic than it needs to be.
Yep. There's kind of a few moments of silence as the vessel begins to settle, as it slowly begins to float down. However, all of you can hear and see just the absolute explosion of energy as the massive airship from before collides with the jungle below. You also see a few of the other vessels that were kind of floating down, the life vessels. Some of their power even fades and they begin to drop from the sky as well. And there's a brief moment where you're kind of holding your breath and waiting to see if yours drops as well. However, you just seem to all slowly float down towards the jungle floor. It's at this point you guys manage to all find each other among the escapees of this specific vessel. Though you do also notice there are 2 other vessels that landed safely, but they are a little bit off in a direction of the jungle.
I make a head count. Currently, how many people are with us?
In your little group, there is about 17-ish.
All right. After doing a quick head count, I head over to my party and say, "Thank God I found you guys." I was getting a bit worried that I would be missing you, but looks like we're all safe for the most part.
Oh, Maximus.
Maximus, you made it! Actually, we've never met before. Hey, I'm Oz. He like reaches out and shakes your hand.
You see Maximus just like look very perplexed for a split second as this massive half-orc reaches out his hand. I'm like, "Yes, I did, and you are Oz, you mentioned?"
I'm Osmanthus, but those people just call me Oz.
Well, the pleasure is mine, Oz. Nice to meet you. You seem to have been doing good work at getting people out of there unharmed. I can appreciate that about a man.
Yes, I'm glad Bad Mia didn't kill you. She tried, but we made it.
Oh, so that was the aura that I was sensing. I
Who
turned
is-
to... Oh, go ahead.
Who is this?
Oh,
you
right.
must be-
Sorry, Maximus. This is Miyama. Not Macaron, but Miyama. Different person.
Different person, same body? Is
Yes.
that the assumption I should make?
Yes, that is the scenario.
Different person, my body. Don't let that other ghost fool you.
I do apologize as I give a slight bow. I meant no offense, but it is different from how I left you, for sure.
Yeah. So great, there's another one.
Anyways, I
Yeah.
kind of turn to Iris. Do you have any idea as to exactly what happened? I was down below decks finding a rather unsavory group of thieves before everything kind of, well, I should say, plummeted.
Yeah, so I was above deck before the chaos happened, and apparently, well, along with the shade of thieves that are around, apparently there's a cultist group that worships Mogus. I'm not too familiar, but
Anyone,
I guess they
if
had
they
a
would
group.
like.
They like to stab themselves and other people.
Anyone can make a religion check if they would like.
I would. Wait, where is it? 14.
14. Figure out what you would know with that.
Oz, you
Yep,
try.
that tracks.
Yeah. It's about right. If anyone else wants to make a religion check, please do so now.
I think they were a cult of the stabby god. They stabbed other people and themselves a lot.
I mean, well, I'm waiting to see what I find out before I respond to that.
Alright.
Yeah, no, Iris would know nothing about this. I can say that canonically.
Yeah, neither would me. Neither would me and mine.
Alright. Here we go. For you, Maximus, you would know that Mogus is a god by many names, though chiefly he is known as the god of slaughter.
Oz, you would not be super far off by saying the cult of stabby guys. Typically known for slaughter, Mogus is not a friendly one. And there being a cult of them on board that ship is not good news. Iris, before...
No, really, they killed people, and I couldn't bring them back. When they killed them, the people wouldn't come back. And then they just started stabbing each other, and then the last one was stabbing himself, and we just ran.
Oh, that's not quite the story I was expecting. Well, I'm glad that you guys got out of there alive.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky, gravity and all that, but thankfully we were able to make it.
Indeed. Do we know if these 3 vessels, and I kind of point out the ones that are around us, including our own, are the only ones, or can we assume that there are more that we need to go and secure?
I'd like to go see if people need help, but I also think we shouldn't split up, so maybe we should discuss it.
Agreed.
Well, when I was looking out over earlier, based off the trajectory of what we're, falling, it shouldn't be too hard to reach the other vessels. They're falling a little of a further distance away, but I'm not too worried about the distance. I'm more worried about what's in the jungle. It's unknown territory for anybody, so we're going in blind.
So I'm assuming by that, nobody here has trekked into the jungles before.
Not here.
Unfortunate. Seems fate has wary plans for us. Well, I don't
GM,
see
did
any...
we see something large as we were falling, or am I misremembering?
No.
Got it.
A large explosion.
There's a large explosion.
Yeah.
I think the large thing was just me kind of...
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing possible events. But you can assume there's something in these jungles. It's a jungle.
Yeah, Maximus will get out of... So, clarifying, this small vessel that we kind of floated down on, does it look like a boat, or is it just like basically platform that has a levitation device that lowers us down?
It's kind of like a wooden life raft kind of thing. It's designed for safety. It's got railings everywhere that you can hold on to and things like that. But it's basically a plank of wood with some arcane symbols in it that allows it to float down slowly. Think of it as like a modification of Featherfall.
Yeah, sure.
How's everyone in our immediate group? Anyone need healing?
I'm fine. I'm just a little banged up, but for the most part, I'll live. Nothing serious yet.
Got this taste of iron in my mouth, but this.
Now, that's typically indicative of blood. I take a once over on background, or May as she is now. Do I see any visible injuries?
Last session she got hit inflict wound spell.
Yeah. See a lot of
So that's what she's preferring.
Yeah. See like a lot of like darkened veins, probably on like the neck area or on the arms. Usually, kind of signs of necromantic magic.
Sure. I will. Maximus will walk over and, as long as Oz is not opposing, just give her a quick. What's the spell called?
Oz did lay on hands with her last time. He's actually going to check the NPC survivors while Maximus does that.
All right.
That's my spells.
Yeah. The NPC survivors are mostly pretty alright. They're just kind of scared and a little mentally scarred, but physically they seem fine.
I'm just gonna do a quick spirit water on May as like a kind of like a small glowing green bubble of water develops right above his palm, and he splashes it on wherever you can see the black veins, and gonna heal you for 11 hit points.
Thanks, but she's gonna be immune. Just be like, what the hell?
Fear not, I am merely trying to help. There is nothing harmful in what I am doing. If she like backs up far enough away, Maximus will let the water kind of like splash onto the ground and not actually touch her. So if you want to ignore the healing, you can.
No, it splashed on her. She probably just caught off.
Okay.
Like, like spray somebody with a water bottle all of a sudden.
Yep.
Oz is just side-eyeing this exchange.
So there's 14 with us. And we landed in the middle of the jungle, like not near like a beach or anything like that?
Nope. Like near the middle of the jungle. You can see there was like a coast not far away, as well as what seemed to be like a port town. You could probably make your way to, but it might be like half a day to a day's journey.
And how did Oz's look over the passengers go? Like, are any of them severely injured or?
No, they're all pretty fine. Again, they weren't in a fight like you guys.
All right.
Well, should someone stay here with this group while some of us go look for other survivors? Or should we all go together?
Oh, that is a question for the ages. I mean, we can certainly ask the survivors here if they're willing to travel, because I do not feel like separating the party, but at the same time, I don't know how traveling with a group this large would do.
Traveling with... Oh, go ahead, Mia.
What it would do is slow us down and they become fodder for whatever's out here.
While I wouldn't say it like that, I do agree with Mia. Traveling in such a large group in unknown territory with unknown dangers is unwise. It is better to secure a perimeter to keep everyone safe here, and those who have better chances of survival and have actually survived in the wilderness should go out and try and find the others and potentially bring them back, since we already know this place will already be somewhat secure.
So who's gonna stay behind to secure the survivors?
I believe I would be best suited for that ability, at least in terms of looking after them. Protecting them, I may not have the power that might require, but in terms of looking after their injuries as well as looking after their needs, I am definitely capable in that scenario.
At which point, the senator, Senator Lapis Pugnus, the dwarven gentleman, makes his way over as he goes. Perhaps it would be better if you leave that to me. I'll make sure everyone's fine over here, but you five seem the most capable. If anyone can get us out of here, or find a good path, or find the others, I would think it would be you three, or you five.
If you're certain that
Oz is really confused.
Yes.
Well, if you are certain that you guys can take care of yourselves while we go looking out for the others, I don't see any issue with that.
Good.
Right, well,
good. And please do find the others. I noticed I couldn't find Echo on this vessel. It is imperative that she is found.
I will definitely keep an eye out for her in particular. You have my word.
Great. Wonderful. Yes, well, I thank you for all you've done so far. I'm honestly glad that I invited you all. Oh,
you did not invite us, you employed us, but yes.
Yes, of course. And I will make sure you are well rewarded once I and my fellows are returned to the Empire.
Do not fret, that is our primary objective in this adventure, is keeping you all safe and returning you home alive.
Good, wonderful.
It is.
Well, I would hope so. I don't see it in the fates that they are supposed to be here or die here. This random cult of Mogus seems to have plans, either for themselves or for us, that is yet to be revealed.
Well, in any case, we'll find out at some point, but we should probably get going sooner rather than later. It'd be best to try and make as much headway as possible while there's still daylight.
Agreed.
Iris, where's Apollo? He
Apollo, yes, safe. I desummoned him so he wouldn't still be on the ship.
Oh, okay.
So he's in the safe space. But I will saying thank you for reminding me. Iris will spend an action to resummon Apollo to have extra eyes and ears while we're traversing the jungle.
All right.
Was a good boy.
Just
a good boy.
immediately.
A very happy Drake.
Just immediately running around the room like, you're safe, you're safe. Ah, yay. My family.
Okay, who's the best at scouting through the jungle?
Depends on what we're rolling.
All eyes turn to Iris.
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's
So
a
is-
skill about surviving.
Who is the survival?
That was an awful joke.
It was a great
We'll
joke.
see.
You know it.
We never know.
Damn.
Miyamo's the best at surviving. Miyamo's
Yay!
Nice.
Yuma's really damn good.
Miyama has a very instinctive thing to not die based on Macron's action.
But does she care about the other survivors? That's the question.
No. She would have left you guys if inner Macron wouldn't scream at her about it.
That checks out.
Oh,
That's a little more intense than I was looking.
what?
Oh my.
I say now we're in Smash Bros.
That one's also intense. Pass that, trace my ass. Alright, Alright, so at this point, you guys begin trekking your way through the jungle. Out of curiosity, are you making your way towards one of the other vessels? Or are you making your way towards the main ship? Or are you making your way towards the town?
I would suggest one of the vessels, at least that the other vessels, at least that's what Iris would be more concerned about, just getting to the other people. If everyone's okay
I feel
with
like
that.
that's our concern, but who knows what Miyama's concern is.
Yeah,
Her concern is not dying. So, and again, Macron won't let her leave her friends behind. So she's gonna go where the group wants to go. She just will be on guard too much.
Alright. So I'll say with that, you guys are making your way towards one of the vessels. As you do, Miyama, as you're leading the pack, why don't you roll me a d20? Okay. Journey your way across the jungle. As you do, you can, as you're kind of ahead of the pack, you can see like a rustling of the jungle ahead of you, as if something is heading in your direction. What would you guys do as you hear this?
She readies her hammer just in case something comes out of her.
All right.
She still has her hammer's still infused with acidic damage.
All right. It's dripping of acid onto the ground. As this happens, we're gonna quickly cut away to a completely different scene. A flashback of sorts to about 15 minutes before this happens. As we start off with an introduction to a newbie to this adventure. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your character, Storm?
Okay, so Storm is a tetrad genasi. So he's kind of got a little bit of all the different elements that tend to make up genasis due to a storm he was born in about 25 years ago-ish. Due to this, he's just got kind of an elemental spell from each part of him. But he didn't really go much into the magic side of things, but more so into the physical fighting. He's gone more into kind of more of a reckless fighting style than you'd expect from a Genasi in the first place. But then compounding that onto pretty drastic mood swings most of the time, you'll most likely have whiplash from how he acts.
All right. So I think it's in this case, you have been exploring the jungle as of late. Maybe in search of treasure, maybe in search of adventure, or maybe just something deep inside you, your elemental chaos of a form. Something of importance is in this location. And as you begin making your way through, you remember looking up as you saw what looked to be a giant airship begin making its way towards the ground. Before you realize it's not coming down for a land, it's crashing. You see what looked to be a few vessels kind of break off from it before the ship kind of collides with the ground in the distance, causing a massive explosion that rocks the jungle. It's in this moment I would imagine you'd make your way forward towards either one of the vessels or towards the destruction.
Yeah, I would probably head towards the destruction, see if there might be any survivors from the main falling ship.
All right.
Because more than likely, the smaller vessels will have had survivors on them. Most likely, they've got at least someone on each one that can protect them if they need it. But the main ship probably doesn't have that many people that, if they survived, would be able to help guide them and protect them through the jungles.
Yeah, fair enough. As you begin making your way forward, eventually you do hear some rustling from the jungle not far away. And as you begin you make way towards it, you begin to see what looked to be 4 other people. At this point, forces collide as you guys see coming out from the jungle a strange hybrid of elements. As you see some sort of genasi ahead of you.
Who's leading us again? Is it Miyama or is it
Be Miyama.
Chris?
Friend or foe?
Hello, friend! Oz is like waving enthusiastically at the newcomer.
Storm will just he'll see the group. Immediately he's going to ask, "Are you from main ship?"
Main ship? What do you mean by that?
There was main ship that fell. You from that thing?
Were you not on the airship that fell here?
No, I just exploring.
Well, would you please answer my companion's question? Friend or foe? And then we will answer yours.
You friend as long as you friend.
Just kind of groans and puts her hammer down.
She really likes to hit stuff. Don't take it personally.
She not happy I'm friend?
It's a complicated
Yeah,
situation.
that'll take an hour to explain. Yeah. Anyway, looking for survivors? Because we are too.
Me heading to main ship to see survivors, if any.
Trust me, there aren't.
If something survived that explosion, I don't think we would want to be next to it. We are currently on our way towards some of the smaller vessels that would have landed to see if they need our aid. We were on one of them, but we left our our travel companions, I guess, on the way down, there to fend for themselves while we go out looking for other survivors.
We will help.
What's your name, friend? I'm Osmanthus, but most people just call me Oz. Like, step forward to shake your hand.
Storm will reach out his hand, although it is a little bit harder than normal at the moment. But he'll grasp and shake Oz's hand and say, "The name's Storm."
Storm, that's a good name. These are my friends, Iris, and, Bad Mia, and our new friend Maximus.
Pleasure to meet you. It is always nice to see a friendly face, the one that will help us in times of danger. Oz, do you know him, or are you just calling him your friend because you do that with everyone?
He does that with everyone.
It's an Oz
Look,
trait.
new people are just friends you haven't met yet, right?
Exactly.
Not
yes.
always.
Yes, I'm sure all the new friends that have gotten me nearly killed are just people who are misunderstood.
I would lean over to Iris, like, is there a time limit on this version of Macron?
Yes, but it's a bit complicated as well. Don't worry, I'll talk with Mia. Just let's keep going for now.
Agreed.
Oz just pats her on the head. Let's go!
If there's no issue with you, Storm, as we continue on, we are kind of in a rush, so if you wish to join us, please do, as we continue moving.
Storm will follow right behind them.
Are you from this jungle?
No, me from other place. Just exploring.
And the reason you are exploring this particular jungle, is there any reason?
Felt something in elements.
Well-
What did you feel?
Something pull. Think like if I hook axe on that tree branch I pull down.
Oh.
Well, I doubt there is any reason to believe that you are here just mere happenstance. We met you here on our journey to another vessel. I believe that it was fate that brought us together.
Believe what want.
And friendship. As always.
I guess we continue walking, making small talk with Storm.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. As you begin making your way towards the other vessel, eventually you do see a vessel. However, can I get one of you to roll me another d20?
Ooh, does someone do this? Oh, I can do it. And 16.
All right. As you do make your way to the vessel, you can see that it is populated. As you see a number of people, nobles, and a few commoners that seem to be kind of standing there looking about. A few of them like scouting out a little bit ahead, but still kind of staying together. In fact, some of them you would actually recognize.
Any particular ones?
Yes. Here we go.
Oh, joy.
It's the thieves. Kill them.
It's the thieves. Get them. You would see Giovanna Reed, or Miss Reed. Madam
Yes!
Reed.
Madam Reed!
As well as what looks to be a wizardy type figure. that Erna had met, named Brittany Richards. Other than that, there's a smattering of other nobles that probably have names, though I do not know if you'd be aware of them. And there is what looks to be a beautiful elven woman that you guys would recognize as Echo.
Convenient that they're all in the same location.
Yep.
Oh. Max will breathe out a sigh of relief as he sees all these familiar faces, alive and well, although disheveled.
Hello there! Anyone in need of heals?
At this point, Echo steps forward, her beautiful red hair. See if I can get her picture down. But she would step forward, looking to you all with a slight half smile. She goes, "My, it is good to see you all, and that you are not dead, to put it plainly."
Same to you, my lady. You would be pleased to know that Senator Pugnus is alive and well as some of the other guests where we were able to land.
That is wonderful to hear.
Taking a head count, how many people are with Echo?
Talking about
Sure.
maybe 15 at the most.
Iris, I will leave you here and discuss the situations of getting these people back to safety. I will believe me and Oz will make our rounds and see if anyone needs our aid in terms of medical attention. And with that, Max will leave and start attending the wounded if there are any, and helping with whatever preparations they have.
Probably a few things, like maybe people bang their head or scrape their arm or leg while trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Rather minor stuff.
Alright, at this point, Iris, having heard Maximus's, she's like, "You got it, I'll see what I can do," and will immediately turn to Echo. So, Miss Echo, what do you think the chances everyone here will be able to make a journey to either group up with the group that we left behind, or to try and start towards the port town that I was able to notice that's maybe a day and a half day's travel?
I think they will do all right, so long as it is not too long a journey. A day or a day and a half might be doable. I think you'll find most people are just in shock at what had just happened.
Yes, it has been quite a lot. Alright, so if that's the case, it might be best to try and grab the others from behind, since we know you all are safe, make it to the third vessel, and from there we can stage a mass exodus towards the port town. It would seem to be the best thing to get everyone somewhere relatively safe.
Alright then. We will do as you have said.
Thank you. And then Iris, immediately after scanning, is going to look towards Miyama and Storm. It's like, okay, so I'm probably of the opinion of going back to collect the people we left behind now that we know for sure there are some more survivors. Just so we can have everyone together to make it a bit easier to move. It would make us bigger targets, essentially, for anything out there, but more eyes and ears kind of is less of an ambush type of thing. What do you all feel about it?
No, I'm thinking.
You're fine.
Also, I think I missed half of that because I was looking through my character sheet.
She basically said, you should take this group and head back to the first group and try to make it to Port Town. Fine, whatever. Fine, whatever gets us going.
Is there others that we need to get?
There is a third group, so I did see a third ship, but I don't know if there was any more vessels from the point of view that I had, so
There were
it's a
others
hit or
that
miss.
just fell. Well, who knows if those have survivors on them?
So the main thing is, do we want to just take the survivors that we have here now, get them to safety, and then try and come back for another expedition through the jungle to see if there's anyone else?
Won't make it with two giant groups of people. The sooner we get them to that port town, we can probably figure out a plan to get the third group. They'll be out here longer, but if we can save 2 out of 3, it'd be better than nothing.
We save everyone. Not 2 out of 3.
Really, if we had stayed back and saved everyone, we'd be in that fiery crash over there. It's just the numbers. You save what you can, and whatever you can't, well, hopefully you can do better next time.
I appreciate your point of view, but you are not in charge.
How about this?
Does anyone... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Oz. But how about this? I understand it's important to you to save everyone, and while I would love to help in that endeavor, I do agree with Niyama on the point that the survival of some, which we can actually save, is better than a hypothetical. But if it makes you feel better, we can potentially split. Some of us take the group of survivors back to the port town, while the rest of us try and see what happens to the third group. If the third group's okay, we'll meet back up at the port town, and if there were no survivors from that, we still go back to the port town. Does that sound agreeable?
Sure.
I think we should get the first and second groups together. At that point, we can let them decide if they want to start back towards the port town immediately. And once the first and second groups are together, I will go try to look for the third one if no one else will.
I'll go with you.
If you want to go on a suicide mission, be our guest. I'm sure Macaron will cry about it later.
Why are you so mean?
And why are you so dense? What?
Mia!
What?
This is
Well,
not
my
the
bones are
time for
really
that.
thick.
Oz,
When I go in the water, I tend to sink right away, which is why I have the budgie board. It's true, I'm very dense. I don't float.
Oz, thank you for that. Can you go help Maximus with anyone else who needs a little bit of healing? I think he could use the help.
Oz just gives you a wink and wanders off.
Iris waves and then immediately looks at me. Look, I get that you don't like us. When you wake up, everything is shit when you're around us, okay? But you having an attitude and being combative with the rest of us is not going to help. I, for one, care about Macaron, and you and Macaron are tied. So therefore, I care about you too. But I will not put up with it anymore. Be cooperative and not combative.
Fine. The only reason I can't walk away from you is because of Macaron. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm stuck tethered to you lot as well. Maybe
Well, then
one
don't-
day I can wake up and everything's not burning down around me.
And I promise you, we will try our best to make that happen, but this is the circumstances it is right now. So for now, just try and be a little bit more cooperative. That's all I ask. You don't have to like us, you don't have to love us. Just cooperate.
Fine. Don't go running into. Why don't you start by trying to convince your large friend over there not to go running into death?
Again, as I say with everything, a work in progress.
But basically, but basically, Miyama just concedes.
Alright.
Alright. With that, what's your plan moving forward? What's your next destination?
Hold up, I gotta do.
So, Iris and would be of the mind for whoever wants to come join her to make a quick trek back to get the 14 we left behind to group up and make the group larger.
Sure thing. As you're doing that, roll d20 for me.
Sure. Oh, not two, just one. Oh, Foundry.
Oops.
I don't need to. Okay, middle of the road, middle of the
10. Alright then. You managed to make it through without much events happening. As you do recap with the others and begin to make your way back to group up with everyone else, get them all together, roll me another d20.
Alright. Oh, not as
Fun.
Ooh.
Alright, so who would have gone along with Iris?
Probably I would have.
I feel like Oz's plan was not to separate, so he would have wanted them all to do it together, but it depends on Maximus.
If Echo's party or like Echo's group of people could stay still and be safe long enough, and I could trust her word on that, then I would go with the rest of the party and retrieve our original group of survivors.
Alright.
See, I thought we were taking the second group to the first group that had already
That's what
started
I was
setting
thinking
up
too.
perimeter.
If that's the case, then you've done that, but you still need to begin to head off to your next destination. So I assume
Sure.
you'd be doing
Yeah,
that
but
as
at
a
least
group.
we're all together.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I guess we're all together.
Alright, cool. Please drag your tokens onto the map.
How do I do that?
alright.
Oh,
Click
there it is.
on your name thing and you just drag
Big
it
enough.
over.
I am in the center and I see no one. Oh, there. There we go.
Oh,
Gotta move everyone back together.
There we go. Right. And
we're missing Macron. She's not. She's AFK for now.
I'll drag her onto the map then. Do, do, do.
I love that everyone just triangulated on Oz. Pick something large and go there.
Yeah, gravitational pull of his large body.
Yep. His biceps have a gravitational pull of their own.
I believe it. Oz is one of the larger characters in Keeper's Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright. At this point, you begin making your way into what looks to be a slight clearing. As you do notice. Actually, you will make me perception checks. Of course.
And
I was
guide
about
myself.
to say
Go.
you'd be surprised what Oz doesn't notice.
No, I don't think you can guide yourself because you wouldn't be prepared for this.
Sure. That's fine.
Perception or investigation?
Oh wow.
Perception. All right.
Oh yeah.
We got some good ones and we got some really bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not me for once.
it's
Yeah.
not.
Everyone but Iris. You do see at what starts off as you're making your way through looks to be like an interesting looking bush or tree that seems to be in the shape of a woman. However, it takes you a few moments to realize, oh, it's moving. As you see what looks to be a woman of leaves and vines that kind of cover her form. And she just seems to be standing there watching you all with slightly pointed, almost elven ears. And as you begin to make your way closer,
Hello.
she
Oz
steps
starts
forward.
waving.
For you, Iris, you just watched the bush step forward out of nowhere. That was a lot.
Like, oh, okay.
And then eventually you kind of put it
Oh,
together.
are we doing perception checks?
Yes, make a
Yeah.
sense check.
Well,
As you see the dryad step forward, blocking your path, stopping you from moving forward through the jungle.
Who is? I guess I'm one of the closer ones to this dryad. I will present myself as confidently as I can and be like, "Greetings, dryad. My name is Maximus, and this is my band of fellow adventurers. We are merely passing through. If you can see," and I point to the large congregation of survivors behind our group, "we are trying to just get ourselves to safety. Is there anything that we can help you with?" Hopefully she understands common.
She does look to you all, and then begins to speak. You trespass on primordial land. This land is sacred and not for meant for those of mortal feet.
We do not mean to impose on this primordial land. We had no intention of falling here. And if it is so sacred, we may find another way, if you would be so willing to show us a safe passage through these lands.
Make a persuasion roll.
Can I
43.
help with?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
didn't
thank
need
you.
help.
Yeah, I don't think he needs help.
I mean, if you give him the help, there's always a chance he can get an extra 20.
I will say, I will take help.
Yeah, I mean, Oz is like, friendly, smiling and waving behind him, if that helps. So.
You probably have to say something, like just general like, hi. It probably isn't enough.
Well, yeah, he was like, hello, hi
Okay.
there, friend.
I'll say we'll just keep the current roll. And she kind of looks to you for a moment. If you did not come here on purpose, then what brings you here?
the sky.
Quirks an eye at that.
He does not speak falsehoods. We indeed were flying over this area in a skyship. I do not know if you were watching the skies at the time, but it was stricken down, and we were all stranded here.
Yes, I did see that. The artificial nature of it has damaged the spirits of these lands.
And for that, I'm sure I, as well as all of us, and I kind of gesture behind us, deeply apologize for whatever damage it may have wrought. Is there anything that we can do to help appease you for those transgressions?
What reparations would you offer?
I kind of look behind me for any advice.
Well, I'm Oath of the Ancients, so like I vibe with nature and trees and stuff. So, do you need me to do a vibe check? A vibe check.
You see that she kind of looks over to you and goes, "You are one who walks hand in hand with the natural world. Are you one of its defenders? Or are you a defender of man and the defilers?"
Well, I try not to defend defilers, but you know, I have friends and I defend nature and stuff.
I see. Perhaps I might be able to let you by.
You could always like tell us where the boundaries are of the sacred area and we can just like not go there.
This is all sacred land, but it is those of mortal kind that have imposed their own rules upon it. They take land that is not theirs, land that does not belong to anyone but the world, and claim it as their own. How do I know that your people will not do the same?
Wait, are you talking about the Empire?
Empire. That is a word I have heard spoken.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
If I may be so bold to ask, when we were descending from the sky, some of us, saw a small port town on the edge of this jungle. Are these also some of those intruders and trespassers you mentioned?
Yes. They set up here long ago. Their ancestors made deals with the ancient spirits here, but they have long forgotten their oaths. They grow bolder by the day, seek to cut down our sacred trees, to build their monuments to their own vanity.
What was deal made long ago?
That they respect our ancient lands and do not cross the barrier into the primordial forest, the great jungle of old.
This barrier that you mentioned, it's still there? It's still active? Or it's still visible at least?
It has long since been replaced by implements of man's destruction of nature.
I cannot guarantee our actions will have any lasting effects, but as soon as we get these people that we are looking after to safety, we can possibly pass on your deepest wishes to these mortals. And
You want me to have a talk with him? I can have a talk with him. I do the disapproving dad look real good. Right, Mia?
in other words, have a talk with them.
If you, guardian of nature, will speak on nature's behalf, perhaps I will let you by. And with that, you see she gestures.
Yeah, absolutely.
As she does, you see a large mound of vines and earth and plants begin to rise up nearby. A large mound of shambling plant growth that it begins to rise and then step forward.
Is it a dinosaur? Made
No.
of plants?
It's not. It's just
It's
a
a
large
living
plant
shrub.
creature.
We can't have anything in the server.
God, it's so unfair. Does this
Look
is
at
it
him,
like-
he's so cute! What's his name?
Does not
What's
have a
its name?
name in the traditional sense, or in the sense that you mortals do. It is what it has always been, and will be as it is.
Him.
Can I call it Sam?
I suppose.
Hey, Sam! Who's a good boy? Oh, Apollo could be friends with Sam. Come on, Apollo! Who's a good boy?
The mound of
I don't.
plants does not seem to
Me-
react to the name, but it stands there.
Mima just looks over at Iris and just like, this is what you want me to defend?
Iris,
Is the
I'll
plant
scratch
barring
Sam under the
entrance?
leaves.
No, it just kind of stands there for a moment. Though you do begin to realize it was there the entire time.
Oh, terrifying, but okay.
And she goes, It will lead you on a safe path to your destination of choice. Though only once. Once you arrive there, the gifts of the primordial jungle are no longer yours to have. But do beware, for there is another creature that stalks these lands, hunting what it desires.
Maximus
Well, we
gives
better
a...
find the other survivors.
Oh crap, I forgot about that. Maximus gives a very deep bow in his gratitude for giving us this guide. And as he writes himself up, Oz's remark reminds him, there were more than just us that landed on this island. We believe there to be another ship with a few survivors, though we know not the exact location. Is there a way to guarantee their safety until we return for them?
There is not.
Unfortunate. And if we were to re-enter your forest or your jungle after your guide has led us to safety, is it safe to assume that it is all fends for themselves?
Our agreement will have been finished by then. As I have said, will lead you where you need to go. And then it is over. If you trespass through my forest, do not do so with violence or destruction in your heart. For if you do, the jungle will take its revenge.
That seems fair.
Get up out of here. Get up.
Yeah, looks at Mia much like,
So no bring this one.
Yeah,
on
pretty
all
much.
points. Again, he gives a slight bow and says, again, your generosity is vastly appreciated. And I turn back to the rest of the party and say, like, we should take this while we can, but it does put a, well, I'll say dampener on our plans to rescue with the other vessel.
Did we just tell her that? Didn't we just tell her that, you know, if we don't save them now, then more people will come into her forest and be on her sacred land?
That sounds like a threat, so...
It's not a threat.
No.
It's not a threat. It's what's gonna happen. It's
Well, I mean, technically, Sam, as Oz has named our new companion, adequately, won't lead us anywhere until we tell them where we want to go. And in a sense, would be following us until we tell them where we want to go. What if we get the others? Once we grab the others, have them then guide us out towards the port town.
and how can we ensure that nature lady over there doesn't hate us?
Well, that was the agreement. Until Sam guides us out, then we're safe and we have nature, the primordial blessing. So, I mean, it's worth a shot. But the longer we stand here debating, the less time we have to save anyone.
I'm with Iris. She
Fine.
knows the best about shooting.
I thought you were gonna say nature, but okay.
No, it's our best shot, and she knows the most about shots, so...
I forgot.
That's-
I forgot.
Maximus, like, doesn't say anything but shakes his head a little bit. Oh, God.
Oh, Maximus, you don't know. Iris shot a house once and killed it. She's very powerful.
How'd that work?
Very
It
well.
was something. Also, there was this giant octopus monster that stabbed us from different angles. She killed that too.
Can we go now?
She sounds strong.
I'll start saying all this stuff as we move.
Yeah, just assume anytime Oz is talking that we're walking somewhere, because
Alright.
that's what he does.
So wherever you want to go, Sam, as you call him, will lead you safely. However, it is only to one destination. So where is it you would like to go next?
Well, Iris brought up the point, like, do we have to tell Sam where we want to go, and then it'll leave us safely? Or can we just go to the, like, if we start walking in a direction, will it just follow us, and then eventually we'll tell it where we want to go, and then it'll lead us?
Pretty much it'll just know wherever you want to go, and it will lead you there safely. However, if you go to one destination and go, actually, we want to go somewhere else as well, he will just take you to the first destination.
So he's one-time use right now.
One turn
basically.
use, yep.
Yeah. So, as our party discusses the intricacies of Sam, we kind of look at ours, and I'm just like, it seems that we have an option or a choice to make. We can either make it safely to the extra survivors, or bring these 20-some survivors with us to safety themselves right now.
I have an idea. Since we know one of us might have violence in their hearts towards the forest right now, maybe we send them to get the survivors and go to the town, and the rest of us get the third batch of survivors.
We had same thought.
I do not really wish to leave Miyama alone.
That would be bad, to send her off by herself to essentially protect a large group of people. Actually,
If Apollo helps.
Large plan thing, take safe path home.
this is true. Question, DM. Seeing as how we've been traversing and everything, could Iris, based off what she saw from the sky and having traveled around, get an idea if the path to the port town would walk past any of the previous groups?
No. Seems you gotta pick one direction or the other.
Okay. Well, if that is the case, then
You want me to go? I'll go.
well, you won't go alone. I will go with Miyama to help guide everyone else to the port town. And then we'll come back for the rest of you. Does that sound agreeable?
So Sam can take a bunch of the survivors we already found to the port town, or no?
No.
That
It's
sounded
what
like no.
He could.
No. Wait.
He could.
Okay, basically, the survivors that we have right now, we can lead them all to safety, just outright to the village. This is Keaton speaking, just explaining this stuff that he understands. We can lead all the survivors that we have right now safely to the port town, or we can take the survivors with us and have Sam lead us directly to the next survivors.
You could
Like the next
also
group of survivors.
have Sam lead the survivors back to town while you look for the others. That's also a
That
possibility.
is another option. If we just do that, though, that'll open our group up to possible dangers.
It's true.
Not guaranteed, but possible.
I'm more worried about the survivors freaking out by Sam, like, showing up and herding them towards a location. Someone should probably explain that.
I was gonna say we should probably explain something to him.
We will. We're trying to figure out what to do right now. That's step
Out
one.
of out of character, I think it would be better if we took, who we have now, because if the bigger the group is, the more chances that group can be easily attacked and overwhelmed or ambushed, even without any of what how big it is or will be, it'll be hard to defend from all ends, and someone can even get picked off without us noticing. The sooner we get who we, because if we can guarantee the safety of the survivors we already have, then we should save them.
I agree.
And then
I agree.
the group that way,
Yeah.
the third group of survivors will be smaller. You can defend those guys a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
All right, so, and we don't have to go with these survivors with Sam. Like, we could send off Sam and the survivors as long as Echo and Pugnus are able to keep everyone with a cool head. Then we don't really have to go with them, and we can save some time, and we can find the extra survivors as well.
So what do we do? Send a note with Sam? Hi, my name is Sam. I'm here to lead you to safety.
We
Well,
can
the
pass.
survivors are already with us.
Yeah,
We can tell Echo to explain the situation to the other group and then have them follow Sam.
Yeah.
And then we can move on, and then we can just go ahead and get the last group.
I say that's probably our best bet. I agree with the whole, like, bigger group is harder to protect than the smaller group.
Yeah. I think the thing you have to make sure is that Sam goes through the first group of survivors to grab them and then go to.
Yeah.
What if part of us went to go grab the first group of survivors while the other part stayed here? Making sure Sam didn't actually go anywhere.
Wait, what?
I thought
Well-
the first and second survivors were already together, so I think I'm just confused.
Yeah, the
Okay,
first
so they
and
are.
second group are with us
Yeah, we
right
got
now.
confused.
as
Oh,
we
they're
talk.
all together.
Yeah, we're all together talking to the
No.
dragon.
Yeah, let's just send the whole group back to tell them to send into the port town, and we'll go get the third group. That makes it wait.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhere we got confused.
Yeah, I thought we left the other group behind, but no, we didn't. Okay, cool.
We have, like, about 26 survivors with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, send them home. That's an anime expo crowd right there. Get going.
Alright, so you
We have 32 survivors with us, I think,
Yeah.
overall, including us.
So you
okay.
are sending Sam off with the two groups that you found, leading them back to the port town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. So that means you guys are going off to find the others. With that, can you guys roll me a d20?
I
one of you roll.
can do it this time, I think.
Alright.
Go for it.
No.
Okay.
Alright, average.
After making your way through the jungle, you eventually do find the other vessel. However, as you do find it, it appears to be empty. Roll me an investigation roll for all of you. Or a perception check, your choice.
Let's see.
We do survival for tracking.
Yeah. That works.
Oh, yay.
I can do that.
Yep.
Give you all different information.
It's the same either way.
Yeah.
Mia just doesn't care.
It's the highs and lows.
It's okay. I got a 20 already today. I'm good.
Alright, cool.
I got my quota in.
Okay, with that, you guys do see what looks to be some tracks that lead further into the jungle.
Of course they couldn't just sit still. Well...
What kind of
let's go with
tracks?
that.
Footprints.
Just humanoids? Okay.
Some bigger, some smaller, but roughly humanoid sized.
We should follow, yes?
Yeah, it's only one set of tracks, right? It's not like multiple going in different directions.
No, it's only one set of tracks. Multiple people, though, just same direction.
Yeah. Then
How far apart are the tracks spaced? Are they like walking or running?
Your roll seems like they were moving pretty fast. It's a good amount of distance between it, depicting they were either running or perhaps jogging.
Something might be chasing.
Then all the more reason to hurry our advance.
Oh, they're dead. Let's go back.
No, we need to make sure.
We no find body yet.
Well, let's just go ahead and follow the tracks. I mean, we don't know how long it's been since they've been on the move, so the faster we go, the faster we can check it out and get back.
Agreed.
Alright then. That you begin following the tracks.
Oz just starts running in the same direction of the tracks because of what Iris said.
Oz, no!
I mean, go
carefully!
fast. Okay, I can do that.
God! Oh, God damn it.
Alright then.
Oh god.
No? Just Miyama just look at Iris. No, Miyama, you can't abandon us.
Don't start with me right now.
Alright. At this point, you guys are making your way further into the jungle, and you can see what looks to be a mountainous range a little bit ahead. As you do see what looks to be a cave where the footprints lead to. However, as you do see something large in the distance that seems to be waiting at the mouth of the cave. The mouth of the cave is about the size of a humanoid person, a little larger, but what waits outside it is much bigger.
Oz just freezes and just crouches down behind his shield.
I didn't hear a word of what was said.
There's something in front of the cave. It's bad and scary.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. My hair glows. I don't think I'm very stealthy.
Fair. The cave entrance is like... It's not allowing me to show it. Around
Oh,
here.
cool. Well,
But you
down
can see the creature out in front of it.
Okay. That's... Oh, boy.
At this point, could I have you all make stealth rolls?
No.
Okay.
No. Can I
Alright.
reject that? Can I
I feel like the rest of you have advantage since Oz was jogging ahead of the party.
I feel like I would have disadvantage because of my glowing hair.
Let's just get with just normal rows and not impose anything with us, alright?
Yeah.
Don't we give the DM any ideas?
Why don't we keep our mouths shut and just roll?
yeah, despite Oz being literally the front.
That's
party,
true. He
the
ducks
hiding
down
behind the
quickly.
shield strategy is working great.
Yeah.
Can I was just gonna say, you already revealed this, so never mind. I was gonna say, can I make a guided perception check to see what the monster is, but...
I
That's
mean,
terrifying.
you can make a perception check to learn more about it. At the moment, it's just like a large beast of some sort.
And can I add my guidance to this if I'm purposely doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Yeah, I have plus 1d4. There we go. Oh, okay, so 11 again. That was a horrible roll.
Alright, 11. It just looks to be a T-Rex of some sort. You've never really seen a creature like this before, but you've definitely heard rumors of them being in the jungles on some of the islands.
Large lizard, large lizard, large lizard. So are we all together again, or is Oz still
You
ahead
guys
of us?
you're all together, where I put you over here. And you can see it ahead of you.
This won't be simple, but I don't think we have any other choice in order to rescue our fellow survivors in that cave. That thing either needs to die or we need to get rid of it.
Then
However, you
just
do
go up
see
and talk to it.
it begins to turn its head in your direction.
Oh no!
Should I talk to it?
no, that doesn't look like it wants to talk.
Me
It
don't.
looks like it wants to eat.
Never know
No,
until
sure,
you
we-
ask.
No, go sure, give it a shot.
Okay.
No, Oz, no!
He yells at both of them.
Wait, who passed their stealth and who didn't?
Yeah.
It's a good question,
sure.
isn't it? It just turns around.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one that didn't pass at the very least.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, we also are talking right now, so
Yeah.
I say we prepare for battle, everybody. I don't think that thing can even talk, even if we wanted to, Oz.
I get to test if I've actually set all this up
It's
right.
always worth a try. If you're, I'll try to talk to it first if you're intent on fighting it.
Alright, if you're gonna talk to it, what do you say, Oz?
Oz just stands up from behind his shield and he will walk. Well, how far away is it?
It's around...
It's a pretty decent.
Yeah. Like 60 feet away.
Hold on, let me see what the range is on this.
Okay.
I don't really know what the range is. He wants to cast Speak with Animals on it, but I don't know how close he has to be.
No, you just cast
You could
Speak
pick-
with Animals and you can talk to them.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
self-target.
Okay. Yeah, so he will cast Speak with Animals on it and be like, "Hello, we're looking for some people who kind of look like us. Have you seen them?"
People that look like you. Pray.
I mean, could be, but we're just here to make friends, you know? What's your name? I'm Osmanthus.
Osmanthus. I am Hookmore. I
Hookmore?
hunger.
Oh, we should get you something to eat then. I might
Yes.
have some rations.
I shall eat. At this point, you guys can hear the creature growling. That's what you guys hear before it roars in your direction. And we're gonna roll for combat.
You
So
try.
anyway, guys, his name is Hookmore. Yeah, and he's hungry.
DM, while I'm not rolling for
Oh.
initiative, I was gonna say while Oz was talking, could I cast Bless on the entire party at the second level, or no?
You can do so on your turn.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
I'm gonna see if I can get that in before combat.
Roll me like a general dexterity roll.
Okay. I was just about to roll initiative. General dexterity roll. 6.
No.
Okay. Valid. That's my initiative, 18.
Alright.
I'm pretty early on.
Alright. With
Also-
this, we begin
I'm sorry,
combat.
Oz.
Ooh
Sorry.
boy, I get to find out if I actually set this stuff up right.
With Storm.
You got this.
It's around 60 feet away at this point.
Okay. So where's the measuring tool?
It is the second one on the bar on the left.
Okay, so it's about 60 feet away. I can only move 40. What am I? Okay. I have an idea that's probably going to end badly, but you know what? Why not?
You never know.
By the way, how do you spell this T-Rex's name?
Hook more. I'll type it in the chat for you guys.
Okay, thanks.
So I can only move 40. How far does this work? Okay.
I'll also
word.
put it in the Discord. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm going to go up. Am I? How does movement work before? Because I know it works differently depending on the version.
I believe your movement speed is 40 feet for a barbarian at 5th level.
Oh yeah, it's 40 feet, but I'm wondering, like, does diagonally count as one movement or two movements?
Yeah, diagonally should go. If you
Yeah,
drag your
definitely.
token, it'll actually show you how far you're moving.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to go. Okay. I will go right here. And I'm going to cast Produce Flame as a cantrip. And I'm going to immediately just chuck it at Hookmaw.
All right.
Now I need to figure out if I've got this set up properly. How do I make sure I know how this works?
We'll find out, won't we? Normally it will be listed under features.
Well, it's not listed in the features in this case because it's a spell, but it's from my. I had to mess with it a lot, and I got it figured out. I think.
All right. Then you should be able to roll it as through the phone. Yeah,
Damn.
that's an 8. It's
Technically
not
not
enough
the worst
to
you
hit.
could do.
Yeah, but it's not enough to hit as you fire off your fireball and it kind of goes off into the jungle, a little bit away from the T-Rex as it just roars in your face.
Well, I tried.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Let me see if I can remember how this works.
Should have a bonus action left because you move your movement and your action.
Yeah, I have a bonus action left, but honestly, the only bonus action I have, I don't want to do currently.
All right.
So I'm just gonna end my turn there.
All right. Cool. With that, next up, Maximus.
All right. Like I was stating before, Maximus will take 10 feet movement, stand in front of Oz. Hopefully it's within range now. Yeah, just barely. And at second level, he's going to cast Bless on everybody.
Alright.
So everybody should have a plus 1d4 to all their attack rolls and saving throws. Sorry I couldn't go before you, Storm.
No worries. I don't think it would have helped anyway.
Probably not, but that was my action, and then as the rest of my turn, I will run over here. Oh, that's measurement. Run over here.
All right.
Hopefully, to put some distance between me and a T-Rex, because I am squishy. That's my turn. I got nothing else.
We'll use that one for bless. Everyone was blessed, correct?
Yep, because I cast at second level, so I should be able to hit all 4.
Not including yourself, I'm guessing.
Not including myself, yeah, I'm not blessed.
All right.
I don't think I'll be doing a lot of attacking.
Hashtag not blessed.
No! I want to bless myself now! I'm not.
There we go. All right then. That's your turn, correct?
Indeed.
All right. Next up, Iris.
All right. Seeing how we have a large, not friend-shaped dino ready to eat us now, Iris is going to draw her bow, and then it's time to go to work. So that's so yeah, -5, and then I'll roll the d4 afterwards, just to see if this hits. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
That's
Waste the d4, so
shit ton of damage.
well, damage. That's +10 for now.
Welcome to main character syndrome, Iris.
She's had it for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, by that I meant to say like she is the main character. Welcome to her being the main character.
Welcome to the Irish show.
Yeah,
Welcome, everybody.
This is Iris's show. We're just living in it.
Yep.
Yeah, combat's her time to shine. So that's that. Then, is going to bonus action Hunter's Mark. Fed beastie.
It is Hunter's marked.
and then we'll fire off another arrow shot, but has Apollo at the ready to do an infused strike if it hits.
Alright.
So then
Oh,
here's
we should
that,
put
and then
Apollo on the map as well.
true, and then
That might help.
1d4.
Yeah.
I think this will work. Oh no, it doesn't have. Okay, so try. So then minus 5, and then we'll the d4. So yeah, I don't know how the d4's gonna help that one, but
Yeah. You can
I
try.
don't.
You never know.
Hey, you never know. Roll it.
That's true. All right. Oh, so 12.
A 12! Not to hit.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
No, it literally just miss.
Oh damn. Okay, well, one shot hit. All right, we know where the standard is. That's good enough. But that will end Iris's turn.
Alright. Next up. Macaron. Or Miyama in this case.
Gotta get closer to it, but I don't. What even with?
Miyama turns around and just smacks Oz with the hammer.
She can't remember. Macaron won't allow it. Telling you, that little detail saves you guys so much. Alright, then for that control, and I can't get rid of it. This one says measuring tool. Yeah, 65 over there. I can't get rid of that. I have to get closer to it. I don't have a choice. But I feel like getting closer to it always leads to something taking a bite out of me. I'd rather not.
I mean, that's kind of part of being the frontliners in D&D.
You say that like you didn't choose to roll a barbarian.
I like to play new things, but I
How many
also
barbarians do we have in this party?
did 2 now. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just move forward for right now.
Alright.
As much as I can do. I'm just gonna get ready. Already in action, so I'll just if you come back to me, I'll just have an action ready.
Alright, what are you readying your action for? What's gonna be the trigger?
If he gets close to me and tries to bite me.
Alright, cool. Alright. Next up is the T-Rex. Just gonna make his way over here.
Hey, golly willikers, look what he did.
He's a big boy. Alright, and he is going to use his multi-attack.
Oh, good.
One against Storm and one against Iris.
Wait, the thing can reach me from back here?
Oh, sorry, not Iris.
I was gonna say, wait, hang on.
After all.
I was like,
Hey, if
whoa,
only,
whoa.
that'd be
This is
kind of
terrifying
insane,
now.
actually.
Now I'm
He's got a
scared.
fire breath.
I was like, oh, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Oh god, it's not just a T-Rex, it's a monster herd T-Rex.
Jesus Christ. Well, we're dead. Keep game, guys.
Good game, guys.
GG, y'all.
Alright, oh shit, I lost it again. First it's bite attack against Storm. Does a 20
Oh,
hit?
that hits. That hits.
Dealing 29 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And with its tail attack, it attacks Macaron. 28 to hit. 19 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, barbarians, you doing okay up there?
No, but thanks for asking.
Cool.
I hate that I have to pull up a calculator for this. I know I can do this math, but I can't seem to do it right now.
If it helps, if you click on your character token, you can just type in the box below it. You can just type in -19.
Yeah,
take away the hit
it
points
does
for
it
you.
all automatically.
Oh, okay, so it's just like roll 20. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a foundry tutorial this morning from Sensei.
That's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I have a few tricks
I
to
think he
train.
has a few on his channel as well. I think they're linked somewhere on
Okay.
the server. Next up, Oz. What would you like to do on your turn?
Well, Oz just goes, "No! Bad Hookma! Bad boy!"
You just hear him go, "Hunger!"
I think I can move myself again. Let's see. If I channel divinity, can I also use my bonus action to cast a spell?
Yes,
I think so.
because Channel Divinity
As
is
long
not a
as-
spell.
As long as the spell you're casting has a casting time of
Bonus
Uh,
action, yeah.
one bonus.
Yeah, it's a
action.
bonus action spell. So his bonus action is going to be Shield of Faith on Miyama. Let me cast that really fast off my sheet. Someone's eating something crunchy.
Crunch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Alright. I don't know if that means it's cast or not.
It is.
It's not letting me cast it. Okay.
Oh, is it not?
And then he is going to... Let me see if it took it off of my spells. Actually, I don't remember where my spell slots show up here.
I believe it shows up in your-
And then he is going to channel divinity. With... He's going to... do Nature's Wrath. And I'll paste that as well. Which is probably the wrong stat to check this guy with, but... Spectral vines are gonna pop up and try to grab him.
Okay. So it must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw. Its choice. Yeah, it's gonna use strength.
Shocking.
Yeah, that's fair. He's just scolding it like it's a bad dog.
24. As you summon up the
Okay, I
vines
guess it's
around
good
it,
then.
it does break its way out of the vines. Roars in your face. You do not control me. No one controls Hookmore.
What if I found you a nice juicy watermelon?
I'd rather nice, juicy mortals.
Maybe this was the creature
Sausages?
that was talking about.
Sausages?
Peopleages.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Yep.
Why are all your rolls hidden right now, Hans?
I didn't roll anything?
Yeah, it was just
Oh.
information. There's no rolls.
Okay.
Storm. It's your turn.
I'm going to rage. Now I have to to remember how that actually works specifically. Hang on. +2 melee damage, strength, weapons. Okay. So rage. Okay. I think I understand it. So I am going to apparently click the wrong thing. Hang on. I'm going to attack. Wait, shit. I messed that up. Hang on.
That's a natural 20.
Hey!
There we
That's
go.
huge.
So hang on, I need to find my attack with the freaking. Where is my freaking axe at?
Use the
Um,
damn it.
Inventory.
I have
It'll be
some.
in
Inventory.
Did I not put the actual like damage it does?
If you go to inventory, it should be able to do it for you. If you make
Well,
a
it
roll.
would if it weren't for the fact that I couldn't actually import it, so I have to actually manually do stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
having an
fine.
issue with that?
+3, I think. Oh wait, no, it's +5 because my extra damage. Wait, that's not how that works.
Yeah, do barbarians get brute or critical yet, or is that like higher levels?
No, no idea on that.
Higher levels.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
wow.
Fifth level.
I think it's like level 9, right?
I think so.
I do have great weapon mastery.
1d12. You also get to roll another d12 in addition to that.
Okay,
Because you double the dice on criticals.
good to know.
Alright, so that is a total of 21.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Any extra stuff from your subclass, such as rage abilities?
There actually is something. I need to figure out how the rage
Have a quick look.
works specifically with my subclass, but currently it is apparently not typed up in here, and I thought no, here it is. Maybe.
If not, I can look it up from the website.
No, I got it.
Alright, cool.
So let's see.
I imagine it would be fire.
Yeah, it'll probably be fire right now. You gain resistance to fire and radiant damage. You also shed bright light in the 30-foot radius and dim light in an additional 30 foot.
Alright. So you do literally see Storm begin to glow.
Yeah.
I imagine it also radiates some sort of heat.
Awesome.
Alright. Is that your turn? Anything else you want to do?
That's gonna be my turn.
Alright. Next up, Maximus.
I'm looking. Let's see here. That's touch. I have healing word. So, crap. Out of the two, Mima and Storm, who looks more hurt? I don't know. Crap, Oz, did you heal anyone, or did you just give him a shield?
I got a
He's
shield.
just scolding the dinosaur.
Yeah, he used shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield faith.
If you're gonna heal somebody, I recommend going for Storm first. He doesn't have
Yeah.
any protection right now.
Yeah. I mean, he did just.
He does
I'm
have
just trying to
rage,
decide
so half the
between the two
damage.
of you. I cannot wait till I get my meta magic option so I can target both of you with healing word.
It's okay.
No,
Do your best.
I'm just doing what I can do right now. All right, at 3rd level, I am going to cast healing word.
Alright. Targeting.
I am targeting. Oh god, which one of these is healing word? I'm targeting Storm.
Alright.
So at 3rd level, 16 hit points
All right,
gets
Storm.
returned to Storm as I kind of hold up my spear and like a glowing green light emanates from it and like beams directly into the back of Storm, healing him for whatever I can and saying, "It is not your time to die yet. Let's prolong it a little longer." And I will kind of just wrap around, trying to put this. Is this actual water right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is actual part of the map. Yeah, I will try to put this body of water between me and the actual fight that's happening. And unfortunately, I think that's all I can do this turn.
Man, I can't believe we have Mercy on our team.
Yeah.
Just thinking
Heroes
that.
never die.
Brahan,
Get
I'm
back
doing
in
my
there.
best. All right, that's all I can do.
Alright. Next up, Iris.
Time to get shot at. Let's see what we're doing here. That's not even with the D4. That's not gonna happen. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, no.
God.
Nope.
Every moment can't be a main character moment, okay?
Alright,
It's
that's fair.
not. And I don't need it to be, but it's like, oh, come on.
That's a miss with the first attack.
Okay, we'll try again. There we go.
There you go. That's a hit.
Wait, where is? Oh, that's wrong one. D4.
Aim for its
So-
tiny eyes.
19 is a hit.
That's
Roll
we
damage.
are shooting for one eye. Try and see if we can
Get him in the
disoppose some
eye.
kind of disadvantage. So okay, so that is normal plus 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, and then 1d6 for Infused Strike, which is fire damage from Apollo's reaction.
Right. And it's also plus 10 because of
Oh right, plus 10.
because
Whoops.
that ability.
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter,
So
that's it.
9, so that's 27 points.
27 deals a sizable damage to it as you shoot it in its eye, and it just seems to roar in anger. It's quite hurt, but it's still going.
Boy, yeah, that'll end. Yeah, that'll definitely end. I don't think I can do anything else. Oh, well, no, because it looks like Hunter's Mark is concentrate. Never mind. That'll end Iris' turn.
Alright, next up. Macaron, or Myanmar.
Yeah, so switching to rage. Let's get angry.
Let's get angry.
And my rage allows me to trigger Wild Surge.
Alright.
See what's on the scale today.
It's gonna go great.
It always goes great. What are you talking about? Need to roll. Sorry, one sec. Need to roll.
Roll on the table.
1d8.
Yep. So 1.
That's a good one. It's about to get real creepy for a second. I apologize. I'm going to play
Boy.
for this.
Oh boy.
All right, so let me explain what 1 does. So 1, shadowy tendrils lash out around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must make a 16 on a Constitution save throw or take 1d12 of necrotic damage. You also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
Pretty good one to get.
Oh yeah.
I won't lie, it's like there's always 2 I'm hoping to get. This is probably a really good one. It's my first time using it too, so it's so exciting. I'm happy you're all here for this because I'm about to get weird.
Alright. It's about to get weird.
So,
About
first-
to.
Yeah, it's about to get weird.
Constitution. Saving.
So take, boom, yeah, we rage, start. So basically,
It fails.
Ooh.
Go.
so yeah, just do the dice rolls real quick before I play for it.
So yeah, roll a d12.
Takes 3 necrotic damage. I gain back. I also gain 1d12 of temporary hit points. So I get 11,
Damn.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
and I still get to attack. So, roll to hit. +13 +4.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 13 hits. Or yeah, +4. Yeah, that hits.
15. And then let's go for our bludgeoning damage, which we can add 1d4 to that for acidic damage.
Yep.
10. That's our first attack. Plus the d4.
10 plus d4.
Acid damage, that's 3. Let's
Two.
roll again for our extra attack. 6, 15.
That hits. Roll damage.
And then roll again. 5 plus 1d4. So,
It's 9 points of
if
damage.
so describe how so basically, like, for a second, it seems as if she falters home, like, the magic surges. Like, at first it looks like it's surging, and all of a sudden it just goes dark, and it seems like she stumbles holding her hammer. And, like, but, as, like, the shadows around her begin to sort of melt off of her and onto the ground, to create, like a puddle. And then with one swift movement of her hand, she she moves it upwards, and like a spike of like just pure necrotic magic shoots out and like stabs. Rock, what's his name again?
Hookmaw.
Hookmaw. Like, it stabs Hookmaw, and then she just like after that she just follows up with like just two swings of her hammer.
Alright.
Like, this time, compared to the last few times she's raged, this one feels a lot different. Like, it feels like if all her negative energy has finally reached the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm. I imagine it's also a lot colder of a rage.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up.
Who's next up?
Hookmaw.
Oh,
Hey.
He is going to he's going to do a bite attack against Oz and a tail attack against Storm. Actually, no. Yeah, he'll do it against Storm. Oz. Does a 12 hit?
Does not.
Damn, alright. And against Storm.
Say he just like swats it back with his shield.
Does
No!
a 15
Friends
hit?
are not food!
That meets.
Alright, so it does. If it meets, it beats. You would take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, but it is halved. So you instead take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's not bad for the time.
I mean, I healed you for double that, so you should be able to take at least 2 more.
No. Next up.
Barely, yeah.
Oh, it's your turn.
I've got to tell you, I really don't like doing this. Please
Is
stop fighting my friends.
Feed,
and
hunger, blood.
And he is going to take a couple whacks at it with his scimitar and add smite if he hits.
Alright.
Let's see.
I feel like Oz using a sword against somebody is not like.
Yeah, no +4 is going to make that hit, but we'll try again.
No.
I'm about to say, I feel like Oz using a sword on some.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and roll damage on that one.
Just unheard of for Oz.
Him using
It
a sword
really
is more
is.
like him just like hitting the sword sideways, like not actually
And
stabbing.
then smite.
Feeding them with the flat of the blade.
In my spellbook.
Use the sword wisely. Use the sword right. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me.
Is it gonna let me do it or no?
I think you're just gonna roll the dice.
Alright. It's 2d8, I think.
At first level, yeah, it's 2d8.
Yeah, he's just doing first level. So that's total of 23.
All right.
He's not enjoying it.
It's okay, Oz.
Neither is a dinosaur. He's looking real
Yeah,
hurt at this
I
point.
bet.
And you basically hear from him, "Wait. If you let me go, I won't eat your friends."
Okay, all right. I'm open to negotiations, guys.
With that, we go to Storm's turn.
If it not eat anyone here, be fine with it.
I mean, we do need to see if there's other survivors still alive, but I mean, he's open to negotiations. I certainly am.
So, Storm,
And
what do
Oz
you
will
do with your
relay that
turn?
message to the group.
So, okay, if the T-Rex is willing to negotiate, Storm is going to say, "If you know anyone here, and jump in that lake," pointing to the lake that's over here, the big puddle of water. "We no kill you and leave you alone."
Alright, that's your
Wait,
turn.
what's the point of jumping into the lake?
It have hard time getting back out.
What if something worse is in the lake, though?
Then it'll eat them.
Then you die.
Alright,
That's not our problem.
in which case, Storm, you're just attempting to communicate with it?
Yes.
Alright, next up,
I
Maximus.
mean, Oz will translate, yeah.
What are you doing with your turn?
I'm sorry, you said it was my turn now?
Yep.
This is the same, like, day that we were on the ship, right? Like,
Mm.
we haven't done anything like that? Okay.
Yeah, same deal.
Seeing that, like, or at least overhearing that some conversations are happening weirdly enough in the middle of battle, he doesn't risk it, and he's just going to cast another healing word at second level this time.
Alright. Targeting?
And this time I'm going to target May.
Alright.
Give me a second. Casting it. 10 more healing points
Alright.
get flooded. Kind of a similar, like, raising his spear, and the green, slightly green light kind of fades into May's back as her primary focus is on the dinosaur. I will stay put and just say, whatever's happening up there, please be careful. This is a dangerous wild animal. That's it.
I mean, Oz is translating for you guys, so...
Still doesn't mean
So
this
we all
this
hear
isn't
what's
a
going on.
dangerous wild animal.
That's
Alright.
fair, but just so you know.
Next
Yeah.
up, Iris.
Iris is going to kind of eye the situation and going to trust Oz, but is going to have an ready in action so that if Hookma decides to step a toe out of line, is going to get fired up. So,
Do you have a specific trigger you would like for this?
immediately if Hookma attacks Miyama, Oz, or Storm, Iris is just gonna let off her shots.
Alright. With that, next up, Miyama.
This state, I feel like she's still
Yeah.
attacked. You might want to hold her, Oz, because
Mia?
she's not in a good place right
Mia,
now.
we're negotiating. It's an act
Did I-
of good faith.
Can I roll intimidation?
Oh. Sorry to do this, Cambosh, but could you jump out of the call? It's messing up my cameras. Thank you.
Why?
I'm sorry, but
Coldest winter ever.
Watch the stream.
watch the stream. He's gone.
But yeah, I think someone needs to kind of hold on to Miyama so she doesn't do something.
Alright.
Who are you
But-
trying to intimidate, Oz or
The
hook
dying
mom.
is the dying. So
You can make an intimidation roll if
I
you'd
mean,
like.
you can. Yeah.
can I have a bit of an advantage because I'm kind of scary right now?
Yeah, you can have advantage because you're raging.
Yay!
I'll
Thank
allow it.
you.
Ooh.
Investigation?
Oh,
You're
my bad. Wrong one. My bad.
investigating?
My bad. My bad. Sorry. Let me try again. Let me try again. I'm sorry. There's lots of buttons on here.
Investigated the hell out of him.
1, 2.
Alright, intimidation. Alright, with a 20. Yeah, he definitely looks scared of you. And with that, as we get to Hookmar's turn, he immediately turns and begins running into the forest.
Bye, it was nice meeting you.
You just hear, you guys suck!
And then
As
he
he
rushes
runs.
away. I'll get you next time! Roar!
Mima just seems.
Oh, he's Team Rocket.
Mima just seems oversized lizard.
Are we out of initiative?
You guys are out of initiative
Okay,
now.
cool. I was just gonna run into the cave to see if there's anything left of those people.
There looks to be a few nobles and commoners that are hiding within the cave.
Storm is actually gonna stop raging, and so his light's gonna go back down as if nothing had happened in the first place. Other than just people being blinded for a second.
Yeah.
Mima, after that whole event, is just gonna fall to her knees, tired, and then gonna go quiet for a second. Then all of a sudden, her demeanor changes, and she like rubs her eyes. She's like, "What's going on?"
Oh.
Meet giant lizard.
What?
I'll explain in a little bit, Macron. Yeah, things have happened.
Okay.
That name you call earlier.
This is our new friend, Storm. He's helping us out right now.
Oh. Hi. I'm Macaron.
What you
Like-
just me about?
Like the whole all the dangerous aura from Mima is just dissipated, and she's just like, "Hi."
Storm, it is a long story, but this is Macaron, not Miyama.
You can see
Us
just
comes-
the gears turning in his head. Well, like steam actually literally coming out of his ears, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Is that steam? Is that steam coming out your ears? Oh. Are you like
Don't-
Are you like one? Are you like that airship? Is there like? Can you fly with your ears?
Oh my god.
What?
Don't think too hard about it. Storm. It's
Just continues more and more steam coming out.
There's more.
Oz comes out of the cave with the survivors, and he goes, "Mia, you're back!
Ozzy.
I found people alive!"
good. That's great. Then we should
Did the ship crash?
Unfortunately, yes. It is glad to have. It is good to have you back, but the ship did not make it. There are some survivors though, so all is not lost.
Aw, I didn't get the chance to go back to the dessert buffet again.
Desserts. That sounds nice now.
I'm sure you will have another chance in the future. For now, we need to get out of here.
Oh, does anyone want a Choco Taco? I have some leftovers.
Please.
Like, pulls one out and hands it to Mia. Gives one to Storm. These are
Thank you.
desserts. You're welcome.
He'll start chowing down on it
Now she starts eating it.
as it starts melting in his hands.
Point. Maximus is going around to everybody and just dumping spirit water into everybody. So if everybody wants to heal up back up to full, they can.
Alright.
awesome.
Sweet. That is not the amount of HP I have. Oh no. I typed that wrong.
Alright then. I think with that, you guys would begin making your way to the town. That you have everyone safe.
Indeed.
Yes.
You've dealt with the biggest threat, at least for now. But you probably don't want to stick around to see if he'll come back.
No, that's not on our agenda. We are definitely getting out of here.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's with that.
Where are we going?
After,
We'll explain on the way.
Mhm. After about a day and a half of traveling, with everyone behind you, you eventually arrive at what looks to be a small port town.
How about, like, I know you said small, but about how many buildings are there?
It looks to be... It's probably around 9 buildings, one of which being an inn, and another being what looks to be a church. Some of them
Okay.
look to be homes, but most of it is centered around the dock area.
Is there anything that looks like the remains of the barrier that the Dryad talked about?
You do see what looks to be like a bunch of stones that have been laid across the ground in what look to be like a specific pattern. However, you can see that like buildings have been built over them, and it's kind of like in like the footpath. It seems like this place has just expanded outward as time has gone by.
Quickly, as soon as they get to town, Maximus will try to ask some of the locals if he sees any to point them in the direction of any survivors that may have arrived recently.
Yeah. They would, and they would point you out to what looks to be a large section of the local inn that has seemingly been rented out by the senator. And as you do in fact run into him. Let me bring him out.
Ah, good. I'm glad to see that everyone was able to make it here indeed safely.
Yes, and I'm glad to see that you've come back as well, and with more people. Why, you guys have done a fantastic job. And, I don't quite know who you are, but I'm glad you've joined as well. As he points towards Storm.
He's a new
The name
friend.
Storm.
I see. Well,
She whispers to the senator. Don't mention it, but he sometimes has steam coming out of his ears.
oh, that is fascinating. Well, I'm glad to meet another fascinating individual, and, well, I'm glad you've joined us upon a eventful journey, it seems. I have just been in contact with, my, people within the Empire. They're sending a ship over to be able to take the rest of us, back to the mainland. But you all have truly done a wonderful job. Allow me to thank you, and reward you with, well, what you are truly deserving of. Of course, we will do so back in the main city itself. So for now, I guess we will reside here. But once the ship arrives, we will return to Precellum.
Well, about that, I think I need to talk to, like, the village elders or whoever's in charge here.
Oh, you probably want to speak to the
Time
governor.
to have a difficult conversation. Oh, sure, yeah.
I think they're around
Yeah.
here somewhere. I'll organize a meeting for you. It's the least I can do for all you've done for me and everyone else here.
That will be wonderful.
Sounds good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, and thank you all once again for saving dear Echo. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.
It really was no trouble on our end. It was part of the job as well as our pleasure to do our duty.
Fantastic, fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful people. Until then, enjoy a rest of sorts. We have about a day or so before they arrive. And hopefully by then, well, everything will be sorted. But a great job, really.
We appreciate the praise. We really do. Maximus gives a slight bow. If you wouldn't mind, though, I would like to take a look around the city, so if you will excuse me, and he looks at the rest of the party and says, I will look for this boundary that the Dryad mentioned. I know that Oz previously saw it, but I would like to take a full look at it and see if there's anything that can be done to reinstate it. If anyone wishes to join me, feel free. Otherwise, I shall be on the outskirts. And Maximus will start heading towards.
Sure, I'll come along.
With Oz, we'll start looking for those and see if there's anything like salvageable, basically, from it.
All right.
So we'll follow along as well, just in case there's something he can help with.
All right. I think.
Iris will probably stay around here because she wants to go check in with Giovanna Reed.
All right. Cool.
Seeing as how that, gotta check with her.
Check in, huh?
Look, I'm securing the bag, okay?
Wow.
I think with that we will leave off as you all go to do your respective jobs around the town, discover what's going on, and investigating more into the history of this place. But I think then, for now, we will call the session here.
Let's go! Great session!
Hey, in between, can I buy some leather armor?
Yeah, we can handle that easily enough. There's a place here that sells that kind of goods.
Yay.
General supplies and such. But yes, for now, I would like to wish everyone that is watching a good night or good time of day. I hope you enjoyed seeing us play and find what we do here interesting. If you'd like to learn more, you can find stuff about the Project Aurora on Sensei Suplex's stuff. I think he has a YouTube channel, which I may link in the comments. You can also look at him on Twitch, Twitter, though that itself may or may not be a thing in a few months. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope my lovely players have enjoyed. I couldn't do it without them. Literally, it'd just be me talking to a screen for 2 hours.
More.
Hey, don't rag on that. People have made millions off of doing that.
That is true. That is fair.
Exactly.
But yes, I think with that, we will wish you all goodbye, and please join us for next session or next episode in about a week's time. Until then,
Bye.
may your
Bye.
rolls
Bye.
be high. Bye.